In this sacrifice, Brahmin, no bulls were slain, no goats or sheep, no cocks or pigs, nor were various living beings subjected to slaughter, nor were trees cut down for sacrificial posts, nor were grasses mown for the sacrificial grass. And those who are called slaves or servants or workmen did not perform their tasks for fear of blows or threats, weeping and in tears. But those who wanted to do something did it. Those who did not wish to do did not. They did what they wanted to do and not what they did not want to do. The sacrifice was carried out with ghee, oil, butter, curds, honey and molasses. Let's stop here for a moment. So here in this sacrifice, which was advised by the great chaplain, there was no slaughter of animals. People were not forced to do, and basically the things that they offered were these things that were considered good, valuable things during the time. Ghee, oil, butter, curds, honey, and molasses. These are also considered medicinal foods in the monks' Vinaya. Then Brahmin, the Khatyas, the ministers and councillors, the influential Brahmins, the wealthy householders of town and country, having received a sufficient income, came to King Mahavijita and said, "We have brought sufficient wealth, Your Majesty. Please accept it." And the king said, "But gentlemen, I have collected together sufficient wealth. Whatever is left over, you take away." At the king's refusal, they went away to one side and consulted together. "It is not right for us to take this wealth back to our own homes. The king is making a great sacrifice. Let us follow his example." Then the Khatyas put their gifts to the east of the sacrificial pit. The advisers and councillors set theirs to the south, the Brahmins to the west, and the wealthy householders to the north. And in this sacrifice no bulls were slain, nor were living beings subjected to slaughter. Those who wanted to do something did it. Those who did not wish to did not. The sacrifice was carried out with ghee, oil, butter, curds, honey and molasses. Thus there were the 4 assenting groups, and King Mahavijita was endowed with 8 things, and the chaplain with 4 things in 3 modes. This Brahmin is called the 16th successful sacrifice in 3 modes. And Reverend Gautama, is there any other sacrifice that is simpler, less difficult, more fruitful and profitable than this threefold sacrifice with its 16 attributes? And the Buddha said, "There is, Brahmin." So here you see this Kuttadanta, when he heard about this sacrifice, it seems to him very complicated. So many things, so many conditions must fulfill. 4 and 8 and 4 and 3 modes some more. So he says, is there another way, more simple and yet more fruitful? And he asked, "What is it, Reverend Gautama?" And the Buddha said, "Wherever regular family gifts are given to virtuous ascetics, these constitute a sacrifice more fruitful and profitable than that." "Why, Reverend Gautama, and for what reason is this better?" And the Buddha said, "Brahmin, no arahants or those who have attained the arahant path will attend such a sacrifice." "Why? Because there they see beatings and throttlings, so they do not attend. But they will attend a sacrifice at which regular family gifts are given to virtuous ascetics, because there are no beatings or throttlings. That is why this kind of sacrifice is more fruitful and profitable." Stop here for a moment. So here the Buddha is saying, instead of praying to heaven, you will get more blessings or merit if you give regularly to those monks or ascetics who pass by the house, who come and beg for their food. You give to them regularly. That is very meritorious. That's why you see in Buddhist countries like Thailand, they have such a tradition that when we go on alms round Pindabat, as soon as the sun breaks, the monks go around begging for their food. And you see these old ladies sitting outside their house waiting, even before the sunlight comes up. They have a small table, they put their rice and their food, which they pack into small plastic containers, all wrapped up. And sometimes even flowers and candles. So when the monk comes, they will scoop 1 or 2 ladles of rice, and then each monk they'll give 1 offering, 1 packet of food, and sometimes a flower to bring back to put on the altar. So it's a very good practice. If they do this long term, it's very meritorious. After all, when they do the sacrifice, they offer all this food to the devas. The devas don't eat, but the monks eat. At least they benefit. But Reverend Gautama, is there any other sacrifice that is more profitable than either of these? And the Buddha said, there is, Brahmin. What is it, Reverend Gautama? Brahmin, if anyone provides shelter for the Sangha coming from the four quarters, that constitutes a more profitable sacrifice. Stop here for a moment. So here, higher than the merit of giving food to the monks is to provide shelter, that means living quarters. In other words, like building a monastery. Of all the material offerings, building, giving land, or in some way providing shelter, that means living quarters, especially a monastery for monks coming from the four directions, north, south, east, west. That means long term. And if you build, for example, a monastery, if the monastery lasts for 500 years, then during that period of 500 years, all the monks and all the people who make use of the monastery are benefited. So that's why it's very meritorious. And besides, if there is the Sangha of monks, then the Dhamma will last in the world. If there is no Sangha, then slowly the Dhamma will also disappear. And then there will not be any holy men around. But Reverend Gautama, is there any sacrifice that is more profitable than these three? There is, Brahmin. What is it, Reverend Gautama? Brahmin, if anyone with a pure heart goes for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, that constitutes a sacrifice more profitable than any of these. Stop here for a moment. So you see, if a person does not believe in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, they can still do dana, they can still offer land to a monastery. But the Buddha here says, more meritorious than these two is believing in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. For you to believe, take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, basically it means that you understand the Dhamma. If you don't understand some basic Dhamma, you would not take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So that's why it's more meritorious. But Reverend Gautama, is there any sacrifice that is more profitable than these four? There is, Brahmin. What is it, Reverend Gautama? Brahmin, if anyone with a pure heart undertakes the precepts to refrain from taking life, from taking what is not given, from sexual immorality, from lying speech, and from taking strong drink and sloth-producing drugs, that constitutes a sacrifice more profitable than any of these four. Stop here for a moment. So you can see here that keeping the precepts is more meritorious than the previous. The previous, you do good, you benefit people. But if you don't understand the Dhamma, then you might still go hunting. There's some people, they do a lot of philanthropy, good charity, a lot of charity, but still they go hunting and shoot wild boar and all that. But if you undertake the precepts, then you don't harm other living beings. That's why it's more meritorious.